Man, I sure can't wait to play some pilot training flight simulator. What's this? Last updated 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, 2 weeks ago was a pretty great deal of time. But I mean, what else am I gonna be playing as I tell you the story of the time I met Mike Tyson? I can't wait to tell you more about that story, but first, let me get an airplane spawned in. We're checking out the new plane to the game, and of course it's the one that says new on it. So instead of Air New Zealand, we got Air Old Zealand. Oftentimes I get ahead of myself. Let's take a tour of the aircraft before we get in the air. You can see the cockpit. Wonderful details. Jump seat and navigator are essential for a plane like this. The DC-10, after all, had a unique seating layout, it would appear. Now that I am ready to pilot this, we are gonna taxi out to the taxiway, and we're gonna have a divine time. Listen, I'm an aviation geek, but I do not know what all these things are called. You're telling me those signs, the airport signage has a particular name? No. Sure, I'm building my own airport in Stormworks, which has been going on for over 2 years now. Besides, I'm gonna give credit before I forget, that airport is unequivocally inspired by the airport I got off of Brick Rigs and used in my Brick Rigs movie. You should watch it. I've been inspired to make more movies. Ever since the release of Ish's 1000 Players Simulate Civilization Minecraft video and the Minecraft movie edition, I've just been fascinated with the idea of writing a script to a video and throwing in some fantastic cinematography. Not to mention Wes Films, or the Roblox YouTuber Wes, who is probably the most famous PTFS player, has got it made. It is fighting to not take off. That's the impression I'm getting. You know, we're just like low-key chilling as we head down the runway. I hope we take off successfully and we don't sink into that upcoming large body of water. We are departing Cyprus from the Larnaca International Airport. I think that was very successful. Hey guys, is there any question which airport I'm flying to? You know Greater Rockford is the destination. We're heading there right now. Now, if I were a liar, I would say something to the effect of, this airplane handles really well, but we know I cannot tell. Also, I might humiliate myself here, but we weren't very far from Greater Rockford, were we? So today's story begins with a Delta Airlines Boeing 737. I was flying from the Northern Kentucky International Airport, or CVG, to the Fort Lauderdale International Airport, or FLL. Immediately after boarding the plane, I just walked through the aisles sullenly as I looked down. What caught my sister's attention, and she brought to my attention, was that sitting in first class was Mike Tyson. Well, I was seated a little bit further back in the plane. I realized if I had any opportunity of getting a photo with Mike Tyson himself, I would need to probably approach him during the flight. So I showed courage to Iron Mike by approaching his seat and asking him for a photo. He was sat in the window seat, and there was someone between him and I. He said it wasn't practical and just to wait till we got off the plane. So it sounded like I wasn't going to get the opportunity to meet Iron Mike. However, one detail I'm yet to mention, my mom was seated at the front of the plane in seat 1B. It was not a secret among my family members that I was a fan of Mike Tyson. So my mom offered me, for the second half of the flight, her seat, just so that I could disembark the plane before everyone else through the jet bridge and to the gate, where I would then wait for Mike to come off the plane. And sure enough, he did. He did not disappoint. He gave me a fist bump, I dapped him up, and we got our selfie, and we got out of there. I was so ecstatic I got to meet Mike Tyson. It might be a surprise that I didn't share this with you earlier. After all, this happened back in November. But, you might have forgotten, I haven't been uploading regularly. It might be about time to land. You know, the geography of Greater Rockford, I'm not fully acquainted with yet. Obviously, in advance, I'm going to say, warning, Greater Rockford, I'm landing. Yeah, they know that they should be shaking in fear right now. You know, one thing I do admire that West Films does in PTFS is he's able to make the servers feel more alive. I've actually finally located the Greater Rockford Airport, and it's not as chaotic as I remember it being, let's say, back in 2020. I'm just doing a gentle loop to the right because I'm going to be doing yet another. It's not going to feel gentle. We're going to pull 8 Gs and the passengers are going to be drooling all over the floor. We're also flying a bit fast for, I don't know, intending on landing soon. Watch us as we are turning to come in for landing at Greater Rockford over the mountain as if we were landing at St. Bartholomew, which is a real place in this game, as you can tell by the overhead indicators. We're going to lower our landing gear as we approach the mountain. Worst case scenario, we just land on the mountain. We're so cooked. We're so cooked. Oh my lord.
Pull up.
And our shadow got pretty dang close. I think that much can be said about the advantage of landing on a runway far from the airport just to avoid other traffic. Like, for instance, the plane on the other runway. What is this runway? We're landing on runway 7L. Well, I hope no one was paying too close attention. Oh, and there's a B-2 bomber up in the skies. Yeah, certainly not smooth by the standards of the people. And we got Concorde. I mean, let's be honest though, the community is definitely what made this game feel so alive. I might need to join servers so I can join up with a strong community. Am I engaged in making the aviation feel unbelievably realistic? No! I just landed with 4 white pappy lights. I mean, I was seeing red over red or white over white, and I couldn't seem to remember how that saying went anyway, but all I could think of is I was staring straight off into the distance as I could hear my flight instructor saying, "You can always go around." I still do find aviation captivating. I don't want to have a career out of it, and it offers so many roleplay opportunities. Besides, I think if you're going to be creating so many videos of you showing planes getting devastated, that cannot help your employment opportunities for an airline nonetheless.
This will not look good on a resume!
I think I forgot to look both ways before crossing half of those runways. I hear someone gunning it. Yeah, we got Bliss Airlines. Man, some of the knockoff airlines in this game are just funny. Where's he going in such a hurry? Oh my gosh. Forget about the taxiway. I was about to say he's taking off. I can't tell what he's doing, and he's crashing into a field. Guys, I am at the #1 busiest airport in this game, and there is not a soul around. Well, not a soul ever since that guy crashed and everyone on board died. If you find yourself in the world of PTFS, don't go outside. Planes are going to be crashing left and right. It looks like we got a, okay. I was just evaluating the location of the DC-10 parking marker. Looks like I should stop right here if I want it lined up for the door. But if we're being honest, Roblox was like a big game my junior year of high school. I mean, it was a game I could play on my laptop. I actually took advantage of that. We had a project where we were supposed to do anything but a Kahoot. And what I decided to do was create a Roblox game, which was in essence a Kahoot. There is the DC-10. It is beautiful. It is unsafe. Though I was an avid Boeing supporter in 2020, I think I'm starting to pick sides with Airbus a little bit more nowadays ever since all that happened in 2024. Besides, it's not even about how well the planes perform. It's about how pretty they look. And it doesn't get any prettier than the A350. Okay, alright guys, take it easy before you type out your angry, evil comment. I just want to thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe to become a superscriber. Share this video with anyone you think may enjoy it, and I'll never see you, but I hope you'll see me in the next video. Goodbye.